back here at the Lux Hotel in Los Angeles at the LD Microcap Conference, and joining us now is Dave Brisky, the president and CFO of Youngevity International. And Dave, great to have you here. How are you?
It's great to be on the show. Thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
So, three very distinct verticals within your company. Ones I'm sure people would never think of: coffee, hemp, and then direct. So, tell me a little bit about how this company is put together.
Well, we're in three distinct reporting segments. We trade on the NASDAQ under the symbol YGYI, which you said. And so in those three segments, we are in commercial coffee, essentially, and that's field to cup. We are in a newer business that we acquired in February and are expanding out, which is a field to finish hemp enterprise. Yeah. And then a direct marketing company overlaid over the top to be able to drive distribution of both.
That's amazing. Let's talk about coffee first. You've got two different places for coffee. You've got Nicaragua and then in the United States. So tell me a bit about the Nicaragua operations.
So the Nicaragua operation is really a grow operation. We own 1,000 acres in the Nicaraguan rainforest and have just completion of one of the largest processing facilities in Nicaragua. So that's really green coffee distribution. Yeah. And then in the United States, we have about a 60,000 square foot roasting operation where we roast, package, and grind in every format coffee any way you want to deliver it. Mm-hmm. And so the combination of those two businesses has delivered over 100% growth here in 2019.
Wow, coffee's big.
Coffee's big, and it's really just getting started. It's such a big landscape to play in.
And so what you've learned in coffee that's been so successful, now you're going to apply to the hemp industry?
That's what we've done. We figured that it was about a 5-year plan to get to field to finish in coffee, and we executed on that plan. And when we saw what was going on in the kind of the world of hemp, we thought we could go field to finish in hemp and do the same thing we did in coffee that took 5 years. We thought we could deliver in 18 months.
Yeah. Why is there's so much talk about hemp, obviously, especially in the United States, about the changing of the laws and all that? Where do you see the biggest opportunities in hemp?
Well, I think hemp's a blue ocean. I mean, when you look at hemp-derived cannabinoids and where we're going, right now everyone's talking about one single cannabinoid. CBD is all the craze, yeah. Right, hemp-derived. But really, there's over 100 more cannabinoids that are just starting to study. And we think at the end of the day, our opinion is that there'll be three landscapes that people will play in. The FDA is having a say right now. So from that standpoint, when we look at the world of supplements, which is what our direct selling business was built on, the supplement business really isn't necessarily governed by the FDA. They don't have oversight, but they do have oversight on labeling, right? And they have oversight on health claims. So that's where you have to be really, really careful. So that's a good entry point for hemp-derived cannabinoids. But when you look into then food products, the FDA can really assert themselves a little bit more. Obviously, we're in the coffee business, so know a bit about food level products. And then the more upscale end of the business is pharma. And we think ultimately the FDA will rule and guide folks that there will be a place for hemp-derived cannabinoids at pharma level, food level, and supplement level. So that's why we're really excited about the space.
Okay, and last question is 2020. What do you see for your vision for 2020?
So in this year, we think we'll finish up about $185 million in revenue. We see the hemp division really just beginning to contribute revenue in the last quarter, like right in this particular quarter. Yep. But our plan for our hemp enterprise in 2020 is a $60 to $80 million enterprise. So we see the overall business for us growing to $240 million in 2020. And so we're pretty excited about that. We think it's very doable. And when we look at hemp, we took a very long-term view on that particular space, and we actually play in the landscape totally across the board, just like we do in coffee. So we're in the extraction business, we're in post-processing equipment building, we're in the equipment business. We build every type of equipment there is for the hemp enterprise, and then we've leveraged our own equipment into doing extraction in partnership with farmers. We own a refinery processing center, 82,000 square foot facility in Orlando, Florida, and we also make finished products under the same roof. So we literally go from seed to finished products in the space, and we think that sets us apart.
All right, well, great to meet you and great to learn more about the company. Good luck in 2020.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you.
All right, it's Dave Brisky, the president and CFO of Youngevity International.